Walk into any gym on earth and you'll see the same thing. 3 sets of 10. It's on every beginner program, every app, every scribbled notebook. It's so universal that most people assume it must be the scientifically perfect amount. So I went looking for 2 things. First, where did 3 sets of 10 actually come from? And second, what does the research say you should really be doing? The answer to the first one genuinely surprised me. And the answer to the second one means you can stop stressing about hitting an exact number. Let's get into it. Here's the origin story. The 3 sets of 10 formula didn't come from a lab full of bodybuilders. It actually came from a military hospital in the 1940s. During the Second World War, an army physician named Thomas DeLorme was trying to rehabilitate huge numbers of injured servicemen faster than the old, gentle methods allowed. He'd used weight training to recover from his own childhood illness, so he tried loading these patients more heavily. By 1948, he and a colleague had settled on a simple routine. 3 sets of 10, where the first set used half your 10 rep max, the second 3/4, and only the last set was all out. And here's the kicker. The 10 was chosen more for convenience than because 10 is magic. Historical accounts describe the rep number as essentially arbitrary. It worked well enough, it was easy to teach, it spread through the military, then into physical therapy, then to every gym in the world. So the number you've been treating as a law of nature is really a tidy default from war injury rehab. That doesn't make it bad per se, but it's not sacred. So what does the modern research say reps actually control? The headline finding is freeing. For building muscle, a wide range of rep counts works about equally well as long as you push the set hard. When researchers compared lower reps with heavier weight against higher reps with lighter weight, taken close to failure, the muscle growth came out similar across the board, roughly anywhere from about 5 reps up to 30. Your muscles care that the effort was hard, not that you stopped at exactly 10. There's one important split though. If your goal is maximal strength, lifting the heaviest possible weight once, then lower reps with heavier loads have the edge, because strength is partly a skill of handling heavy weights. For pure muscle size, the rep number is far more flexible than anyone told. So 10 isn't wrong, it just isn't special. 8 is fine, 15 is fine, 5 is fine. What matters is what we talk about next. If the exact rep number barely matters, what does? 2 things the research keeps pointing to: how hard you push each set and how many hard sets you do. Lever 1, effort. How close to failure you actually get. A large analysis found that muscle growth increases as your sets get closer to failure, while strength is much less fussy about it. In other words, a set of 10 that you stop while you've still got 5 easy reps left barely counts. The same 10 reps taken to within a rep or 2 of failure is a real growth stimulant. But, and this is the honest nuance, you don't have to grind every set to absolute failure. Reviews comparing training to failure versus stopping just short find little difference for muscle growth when the total work is matched. And going all the way to failure piles on fatigue. The sweet spot is close to failure, but not destroyed. Lever 2, volume. How many hard sets per week? Across studies, doing more hard sets for a muscle each week tends to build more of it. One well-known analysis found that around 10 or more sets per muscle per week produced more growth than just a few. A more recent, larger dose-response analysis confirmed the pattern. More weekly sets, more growth and strength, but with clear diminishing returns. The jump from 4 sets to 12 matters far more than the jump from 20 to, say, 28. And piling on endless volume eventually stops paying off. Plain English, stop obsessing over the rep number. Push the sets close to hard and count how many hard sets each muscle gets per week. Now, keeping this honest, because that's the channel, first, ranges are guidelines, not laws. 5 to 30 reps and 10 plus sets a week are useful starting points pulled from group averages. Your ideal might sit a bit outside of them, and that's fine. Second, the very high and very low ends have catches. Sets of 25 plus build muscle, but only if you push through real discomfort. Most people quit those long before it counts. And very heavy low rep work builds strength well, but is harder on your joints and form. The middle of the range exists for a reason. It's just easier to do well. Third, the usual research caveats. A lot of this work is shorter term and skews toward younger, mostly male, reasonably trained people. The big principles hold up well, but the precise numbers aren't a personalized prescription. Fourth, and most freeing, the best rep scheme is the one you'll actually do. Hard, consistently, and for months. A perfect plan you dread beats a slightly better plan you skip. Every time. So here's how you put it together without a spreadsheet. Pick a rep range you can train hard in. Somewhere around 6 to 20 reps covers just about everyone. And most sets within 1 to 3 reps of failure. It should look like you could have done a couple more, not 10 more. Count hard sets per muscle per week, and aim for roughly 10 as a starting point. Add more only if you're recovering well and still feel like you're progressing. Lean a little heavier and lower rep if your goal is strength. The rep number is flexible if your goal is size. Then, do the boring thing that beats every clever scheme. Add a little. Weight, reps, a set, whatever feels good. And over the weeks, and then keep showing up. 3 sets of 10? Honestly, it's a perfectly fine place to start. Just now you know why and what to change when and if it stops working. So, the verdict on reps. The magic number isn't actually magic. It came from the 1940s rehab. The science says a wide range builds muscle, and the things that actually move the needle are pushing close to failure and stacking up enough hard sets over the week. Match the load roughly to your goal, and then just be consistent. Next time, the question everyone asks and almost nobody gets a straight answer to: how long until you actually see results? We'll put a realistic, evidence-based timeline on it, so you stop quitting right before the good part. If you'd rather train from evidence than from gym folklore, subscribe. This is Proof of Reps. I'll see you in the next one.